Welcome back, guys. This is Atlaka, and I'm coming back with you with another Steel Division 2 video. We're playing with the Fallschirmjäger 3 on Maverick deployment type. So, we're playing another 10v10. And we're moving our units up. We're playing with the Fallschirmjäger 1, as the intro had said. One of these guys is just hanging out, chilling. And we're bringing our Stugs over here to keep some eyes over here, and some recon here. Another AT gun here to watch the road. Keep a good eye on what's going on in this little square here. This map and this deck, which is the Fallschirmjäger 3, my bad, is the division I first ever played. It was my first 10v10. This was like back when the channel had first started. I had my content wasn't voiced back in the old days, before the game had changed for us and things had we've gotten a bit better. And it was nice to relive this division and this map here, because this is the exact same point I played and this exact same deck. So it is nice to see it once again, play with this deck again. I mean this division, my bad. After it's been some time since we've played with it, and just being in this one location is cool. It kind of brings back good memories. But I digress. So we have our units. As this division doesn't have anything too heavy to hit with. It does have some good off map. But we won't see that till Phase B. And once again, I hope you guys like this type of content. That helps out the channel so much. Every single like you guys give helps us out with YouTube and their horrific way of just showing off videos, and everything. But every like helps. Please subscribe, guys. We want to grow the channel more. We're doing a raffle at 150 subscribers. A copy of Steel Division 2 or a choice of your favorite DLC, whichever one works better for you. You have to be a subscriber in order to join the raffle. So if you guys want to get that new DLC, maybe that DLC that's dropping right now, subscribe to the channel, help us hit up to 150. We're going to be giving 3 different prizes away, and we might start doing this every single time we start increasing. Maybe at 200 we'll throw another raffle, 250, keep it going like that, keep the community growing, getting more players into the base. As you know, we're a small community, and the more people we can get, the more important it is, because I'm really passionate about these type of games. And just like in our last match, on the historical battalion, we have some new players here too. At this point, we're more of a veteran now. We understand the game a bit better. These 10v10s, we know them like the back of our hand now. Our AT gun is supporting this push here. We've captured this flag here, giving us some domination on this side of the hill, which honestly completes the first objective that we have on this side of the map. This guy here is still working on capturing his flag here. My next objective is going to be to capture this flag here. He's moving down here to try to capture this flag up here, since he's captured this one here, holding his flag all the way back down. And we're moving in some of these little, what are they? Panzer L6s. Just to bring up some more fire support here. Usually you only expect to face infantry, but we do have an IS-2 here. It's a little too close, but its presence here is kind of menacing, considering the fact that there's not much that can counter it outside of it getting too close to these Fallschirmjäger. They're about to clean out that recon unit. Oh, somebody actually got shot and killed. And now it just, we need to capture this little flag here. You can see they're getting shot from this side here. Bringing up these guys here to do some support. Maybe get a little closer. Whoop. Firing into the tree line. Destroy the enemy Strelky. Got them pinned down. Looks like an airstrike there. That might have been what the IS-2 was. Firing into the Strelky. More infantry and more troops are being brought up. More Fallschirmjäger. Another Stug is being brought up as well. Keep track of this side here. As the push we're expected to make is here. And we're still in phase A. So it's important. The fact that we're in phase A right now, we still have about, I would say about 4-ish minutes. We have a good advantage of controlling this flag here. And now we're able to push on this flag here. As you guys know before, we only start pushing on phase B. So I will only push on phase A if I see an opportunity, which we're getting right now. This squad here was able to wipe out that squad hidden over there. There's a burned out truck right here. More combat. Shooting at that infantry up there. Strelky is down. You can see the blood. Infantry squad was wiped out. But we run into the worst thing we could have ran into, an IS-2. It looks like it's an infantry push here. Half track is knocked out. We're really good with the infantry, especially with the Fallschirmjäger. Got another truck coming up. What's it dropping off? Looks like it's dropping off some infantry. They're bringing up some heavy tanks here. They got 2 IS-2s over here. We're dealing with just 1. And it looks like the push here on this little left-hand side was unsuccessful. But there looks like there's heavy casualties on both sides. Bringing up more support. Another Stug is coming up. Not much is changing right now. We'll follow this Stug as it goes into the battlefield. On our front right now, it's pretty quiet. As you can see, reinforcements are pouring in. And it's ambushed and taken out. What a loss. Ooh, that was the IS-2. Great shot, too. And look at the dent it made on the road. Let's take a screenshot of that. That was pretty cool. See if we can get another good screenshot here. These guys are just patiently waiting. There's really nothing really happening here. Seems to hold defense and everything's around the flag. As long as they hold that, they still control it. Stug is out. Might have moved it a little too forward. Get a little bit too close to that. Should have been closer to here. Truck is under fire. They're fired into that town. Rounds are just exchanging right there. The Stug's also in battle. Pretty crazy right now. Trying to keep track of what's going on with that Stug too. Oh, and the crew was killed. So that Stug is technically killed. They're making a push up towards that flag. We're seeing a Tiger tank, a German Tiger tank, try to break through. But right now it's under fire from an AT gun and a Stug. Oh, and it gets knocked out by the AT gun. That Pack 40. With the KV staying in the back. A little too dangerous after that. Looks like we got the Strelky. The Stug goes down. But our reconnaissance squad is moving forward now. Getting a view eye on this flag as the offensive now begins. Entering phase B, the attack commences. Strelky is pinned down. They're going to be no match for these Fallschirmjäger. And this flag is falling down. Oh, they launch a rocket assault on that Pack 40. But it's going to be replaced with this Stug. Just taking some screenshots. Thought that Stug looked cool. Might use it as a thumbnail. And looks like the flag is about to fall. Some of the disheartened infantry is engaging. This is an up-close infantry assault. And they're falling back with the automatic fallback feature. But there seems to be some progress with us. Recon is now in this flag. Despite the fact they still control it, they actually have nothing in this area. So it's somewhat under our control. Strelky's coming up, trying to deal with the reconnaissance squad. But they're at a disadvantage because of the elevation. And this guy is shooting in the wrong direction, but you're still shooting in the right direction at the same time. And they're about to get pinned down. Or did they run out of ammo? It's one of the two. AT gun is wiped out by those tanks. Got another Stug coming up. Let's see what that Stug can do. Stug here is engaging some tanks, I believe. IS-2 is knocked out by a Stug, which is a terrible loss for the Allies, especially the Soviets. Let's take a look at the carcass of that. Knocked out by a Stug. Hitting it on the side armor too. That's the only way to take out those IS-2s and like the T-34s, especially when they're the 85s. You got to hit them on the side armor. So it becomes important, especially when you're playing with like a division like this where it's more, you know, all you have as armor are these thugs. Just knocked one out again. See what the thug can do to that T-34. Oh, didn't knock it out, but was that Panther tank. But it does clear the way for us to set this guy here. And we got the first surrender. Strokey's trying to make its way back up. Trying to secure this flag. Right now, our mortars, which we forgot to actually talk about, are actually doing some good fire support on this flag here. They're on fire and will. We will resupply them in just a bit once we get some resources out. But presently, right now, they're giving these guys a very good support at the moment. And the Stug is going to be moving here. Once we capture this high ground here and this forest flag, we will be able to dominate this flag here and slowly creep our way towards their spawn point. So this is starting to get a little dangerous. The flag is captured. Now it's 15-17. So we're making excellent progress on the right. Let's see how the rest of the map is looking. Looks like they're pushing really hard here on this hill. I can't tell if it's our guys that are pushing or it's the allies. This town is also under danger, so they're pushing here. Seems that this area is pretty stagnant. The push is going on the right-hand side, on the left-hand side here. And we also got a light push here on this flag as well. We're pushing on the high ground. We capture the flag. Now it's 14-18, back to 15-16. Now it's 16-16. Making it a draw, so it just evened out almost quickly. Bringing up some Fallschirmjäger Pioneers to support these guys in this flag. We're going to see if we can break through on the right-hand side. Change the game completely. Bringing up some more of these little tankettes. Stugs are now on the high ground, so we're able to support on all sides now. And the push here is completely done now. Right now, it's just a mop-up operation to get rid of these guys. We got plenty of mortars to deal with them, too. Should have supplies are coming up right now to resupply the mortars. So the push on the right-hand side is now in full motion. Everywhere else seems like, except for the left-hand side over here, seems pretty stagnant. Seems the two flanks of the sides that are pushing. Got a maximum machine gun, which is taken out. Not sure where. Guessing it was somewhere over here by the Stug. Infantry is now in position. We're waiting for these guys to get through, but we're going to move our Fallschirmjäger Pioneers into position anyway to start moving on these tree lines here to capture the flag here in the center. So, as I like to call it, the highway flag, because it just looks like a highway. Like the ones we have here in the United States. I don't know, I always think about that every single time I look at this. It's just a highway. Mortars are supporting. Ammunition is coming in. Reinforcements are pouring in here too. We have our teammate pushing up forward on this side here. We're complete on ours. We're pushing in towards this edge with this guy. So right now it's a complete route. And this flag is kind of boxed in at the moment. 14-18. We're actually losing. No, we're winning. I don't know why I thought we were the Soviets, because I'm still thinking about that game, that 3v3 for some reason. That I don't even know why I thought I was playing the Soviets right now. It's crazy to think that I just talked about we're playing as the Fallschirmjäger 3, and now we're talking about the Soviets. I don't know. Maybe I'm going crazy. Still got these guys here just waiting. Fallschirmjäger Pioneers are making excellent progress since everything here has been pretty much just melted away. And the offensive continues. There isn't much to stop us from capturing this flag. It's pretty obvious that it's pretty stagnant. Moving some recon and some Fallschirmjäger up forward. Right hand side is pretty clear. Nothing's coming out this way. There's still a push over here on this town. Looks like it's being completed. Another push here on this flag here. The pressure is pretty tight on the Soviet team. Bringing this back up. We still have 4 flags in our advantage. Player on the right has decided to stop since he's reached the maximum amount of area he can capture, unless he wants to capture this flag here. We have the Stugs firing on whatever infantry is showing up. Run into a AA gun. Our reconnaissance unit gets knocked out. Fallschirmjäger arrives. It's in town, firing at some AA units. Machine gun is being brought up, gets completely destroyed. Fallschirmjäger still firing. It might get pinned. Both sides are pretty close. Let me see. I think one of the Stugs is engaging that Valentine. And we're able to actually pin down the AA gun, knock out the Valentine tank. And right now, it's maybe the Fallschirmjäger might be able to push through. And sensing a breakthrough, we're moving in some of our little Panzer L6s. Got a IS-2 coming up that's very dangerous. I don't have really anything that can deal with it. I'm pretty sure he does. He's got the efficient shot. Make sure you always get this turned off. This is a terrible mechanic the game has. It will make sure your tanks cannot shoot. Get rid of it immediately. Do not use this. Please do not, guys. See? Nothing. No efficient shot. That will just get you killed. Stug is getting shot at. We're going to have to retreat that Stug because it's not going to be able to deal with that IS-2, not at this range. These guys are able to sneak through thanks to the forest. Nice smoke screen by Scrub. And these guys are going to move with their objective to capture this flag and do something else extra. Very good at dealing with infantry. There's still that AA gun that was pinned down. Now it's been completely destroyed. Here comes an artillery strike on the forest flag, knocking out the Stug. Stug was able to do enough damage that it hit the transmission of this IS-2. But we got rockets coming in. Done some damage, but hasn't stopped their guys from holding the hill. I think it was kind of wasted because they only took out 1 Stug. Not multiple. Didn't also take out any infantry. And we're still able to defend. We have brought up infantry and reinforcements. And now our Panzer L6s are about to go on a small drive-by. Kind of a troll during this game because I saw this rocket artillery here. And the fact that this is wide open. I think he expected us just to sit around and do nothing. But I decided to take advantage. This didn't seem to be anything right here. So these guys are going to go on a nice little drive-by here. Let's go ahead and watch this. There really wasn't anything else going on our flank, really. So this is some little fun that I had. I was able to sneak these guys through, completely unmolested through here. They had nothing to stop us for some reason. I guess all their units have been moved up here to deal with Scrub, and they had just left this completely open, or this was their only defense. So one of our L6 Panzers gets shot. There's an 18 gun trying to deal with us, but we're overwhelming. One gets knocked out. 18 gun gets knocked out too. Keep moving forward. We're gonna wreak some havoc behind the lines right now, only because we can, because they've left an entire wide gap open. He's trying to maneuver that IS-2 to stop us, stop these little guys from just going in there and just doing whatever they want. IS-2 shoots and misses. Get past the tree line because we need to get past there. He's bringing up anything he can to try to stop us. Kind of hilarious. This is not a tactic, guys. I just did this out of fun for some reason. I thought I was able to hit those that artillery piece, which I was really looking for. So it was a failed mission, but these guys go through. They're mauling some infantry. Supply trucks are just running. We know eventually something's going to pop back up, but we've just completely cut off their supply point. But these guys are completely cut off. The IS-2 is trying to find out a way how to take us out. We're going to kill some units and get out. These guys are nice and cheap. They're only 25 points, so they're easy to lose. We don't have to worry too much. IS-2 is hunting. It is hunting. Look at it. It's actually looking for us. And it's time to get out. Mission was complete. Ooh, one of them got knocked out by that KV-1. They're not any chance for those. They don't stand a chance against those guys. And now that we've killed 2 infantry squads, burned up maybe, I think, a truck. And an AT gun, too, that was knocked out. We've caused enough havoc that we're just going to leave. So they just went in, shot, and now they're leaving the entire area. You can call it a little raid. We raided them a bit. I wouldn't call it successful because we ended up losing 2 of the guys. But it was kind of funny. Hopefully they can get away before they get shot up, because there's probably going to be something coming out the road. A Fallschirmjäger unit falls. Truck gets burned out. Squads are coming in because we're going to capture this area. One of the, what was this, the IS-2 finally claims the one of the L6 Panzers. The other one is retreating and gets away to fight another day. Moving our mortars up. They are not on fire at will yet, and we're building up more infantry squads here. The area is pretty clear. Doesn't seem like there's going to be any major pushes. Right now it's 8-24, so we're entering a major defeat. The enemy is now at a major disadvantage. We're bringing now infantry to claim this area completely. Burn out husk of our poor little tankettes plus their tanks. And our Fallschirmjäger now control the entire vicinity of the force line, which becomes a hazard point if you want to bring any armor, because now you can get ambushed, because these guys have Panzerfaust. So they will definitely deal with any armor, especially anything on the sides in this little choke point right here. And now our mortars are on fire at will, and they're starting to come into the match. Like I said before, I've always noticed that mortars are very effective in phase A. They're effective in phase B too. We got another howitzer out, which is now also bringing in fire support, also on fire at will. Depending on the circumstance, I might put them on counter battery, but this time they're on fire at will because we're making an entire push. Because I wanted to capture this last flag and completely capture the entire right-hand side. But at the moment right now, we're just slowly pressing into this forest as we need to capture this flank here, and then eventually capture this. But casualties are mounting. A T-34 was knocked out. I think it was knocked out by the mortars. I don't think that was knocked out by anything that we had. Here comes a truck filled with infantry. Just going through wrecks and wrecks and wrecks. Comes under fire by that Fallschirmjäger squad there. They had to actually get out as the fire forced them to get out. More squads are making their way up here. Another platoon is here. And they're deploying into the forest. It's that squad of Strelkies in the forest too. It's engaging these 2 Fallschirmjäger units. We're down to 1 guy. But this legend here is able to make him fall back. Wow, just 1 guy. There was 2 guys here, the 3 guys. Both of them were killed, and this 1 guy was able to make this entire squad completely fall back. Oh, and he's wiped out by a airstrike. Artillery strike, not sure, but he's dead. And now the squads are coming in to reinforce this area, so it's not going to be vulnerable anymore. And now that squad is permanently going to be gone because now we have everybody well positioned in the forest. That Valentine is coming down. Only 20 seconds left in the game. Is it going to make it to the ambush point? Is it going to get ambushed? And now there's a lot of pressure going on the last flag on the right hand side. Team Scrubs also in the same mindset as me. We're trying to take it. But the game ends in a major victory for the Germans. Or Axis. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we definitely, we did really good, actually. Yeah, that was a good game. 1285 to 690. Oh, he did extremely well. What was the stats? Let's do kills. Major victory on our team. Let me see. Yeah, we had a lot of good guys. Scrubs was really scrubbing things out. Can't pronounce that, but yeah, we had a really good team. Yeah, definitely. Let's see the kills. Seems a Fallschirmjäger, but did really good. A lot of the kills came from Stugs, squads, individuals, artillery, and ironically, some of these strokey guys were killed by this guy. The Panzer L6, the ones that snuck behind the line and just mauled these guys. Losses, we lost a couple Stugs. One of their losses came to that IS-2. They shot us all the way from across the on the top of the hill, all the way across the road. So it was a good game. It wasn't close, you know. It was a major victory on our part. You know, we really broke them down. But it was a good game to play. It was nice to play with the Fallschirmjäger 3 again, since I haven't played with that deck since I first started the YouTube channel. So it is nice to relive, you know, that episode, especially with our content at that point was, you know, a little bit, you know, lackluster. And we're always trying to improve more. Remember, guys, we're trying to get to 150 subscribers, so we're going to have the raffle as soon as we hit 150. We'll have 3 copies of either your favorite DLC, new DLC, or a copy of Steel Division 2. Whichever one. If you guys, you know, help us out a bit too and we get more subs, you know, you can probably get that new DLC that's coming out too. So, like if you guys want to see more, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.